everyone, it's Nancy Taylor here from HeyNancyTaylor.com, and you clicked on this video probably because you're an online teacher or perhaps you want to teach online. Say hi to Kai. I'm 5 months. And if you have been faced with the changes, with the policy, with Chinese-based companies that are hiring foreign teachers, and maybe this has affected your job, maybe you do it full time, I want to talk to you about the situation and also what are some solutions? What can you do? What do you need to start doing right away? So let's get right into the video. First of all, if you're working for an online company and perhaps they're phasing out of their Chinese students that you've been working with for years and years and years, that is really hard. That's really hard to face, especially when you built a relationship with them. So the first thing I would recommend, and I wish that I had done this sooner when teaching online, teaching ESL online, was to get, my students' contact. So if I have a WeChat, I connect with their parents. If you're able to connect with their parents, then you can stay in contact with them. Now, that doesn't mean that it's easy. It doesn't mean that it's a happy moment. It's really hard. A year ago, I lost my teaching contracts, and that was the hardest part, was saying goodbye to my students. Honestly, I cried big alligator tears. I was so sad. Oh, you're big.
Hi.
Okay, and take number 2. So, where was I? Now, if you are working for an online company that is based in China and you're in kind of a tough spot, I would be proactive. I would start applying for different companies. I am a huge advocate of having multiple streams of income, and whether it's with an online company, multiple online companies, perhaps you're building an income stream of your own, that will give you a little bit more financial freedom as well as job security, and so you're not put in maybe a tough spot. And if you're in a tough spot right now, that's okay. You just learn right now and get yourself to a position where you don't completely rely perhaps on one company. Let's do this. First of all, get WeChat with your students that you love. Second, apply for a couple different companies. And in this video, we're going to go over those companies. Let's jump on the computer and do it.
First and foremost, I asked on Instagram, I asked others, what do they recommend for companies? And OutSchool has been a very popular option. Now, it is a platform where you have a lot of autonomy, so you get to choose what you teach, class sizes, age, all of these things. So really, essentially, you're building your own brand, but it's a marketplace. So with a marketplace, as they bring the students to you, they'll give you an email that tells you what the popular, or if there's a search like item that there's not a lot of classes on, then you could utilize that and create some courses on that. So again, there's a lot of options too on OutSchool. We're not going to go into all the details, but this is one that was recommended by a lot of teachers. Now, if you're thinking, okay, it's going to be oversaturated, the bookings aren't going to be high enough, I want to show you a couple other platforms that are similar to OutSchool that are like a marketplace. And these have come to my attention because of my own teacher students that are building their brands, also just being involved with a lot of online teachers. So I hope that this tool is helpful for you. And please comment below and let me know if you teach for any of these that I'm showing you. And also let me know if you have a recommendation that I don't go over. I will have all of these, just so you know, if you're like, I don't want to take all these notes, I will have all of these listed in a PDF guide. And the most important thing is I'll have linked the instructor. I'll have linked a contact for the company. If I know of someone that coaches and helps you or has feedback like on current situations with the company. So grab that guide. I'll link it below. I'll put it in the iCard too. So you can grab that guide, not just to see the companies, but to have a person to contact. I think that that's such a key part in applying for a company. Okay, this is Kidpass. I learned about this from my student Casey, so it's very similar to OutSchool. It is a marketplace. Now, I don't know all the details. I don't work for any of these companies. I just wanted to share them with you and be a resource where you can dive deeper into the one that seems like a good fit for you. So if you're looking for something similar to OutSchool that is a marketplace, this could be a good fit. Another one, if you wanted to teach adults, is these are ones for if you wanted to build a brand of your own and you wanted to offer a course of your own. A lot will create courses on Teachable. This is also a marketplace. They would take a percentage of your revenue. So similar in OutSchool and Kidpass. I think Kidpass is 25%. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 25% they take. Yeah, Kidpass is 25%, OutSchool is 30%. Then Teachable, Teachable and Udemy are very similar. They're a platform, a marketplace where you create a course and market it. Now, if you do Teachable, I believe if you bring your own students to the platform that you would get the full commission, whereas if they bring the students, then they would take a percentage of the revenue. Skillshare is very similar as well. You create a course and you could launch it here. Now, if you're saying, well, I need something that maybe I don't have to build or take that time, I'll get to that towards the end of this video, so stay tuned. These will take time to build your clientele. I kind of think of it like maybe you're a hairstylist and you're starting with 1 or 2 people, or maybe you start with a business where they bring in the customers and then you start to go solo where you have your own booth. And then I'm not a hairstylist, I guess talk to my hairstylist, which I need to get my hair done. So then you start to build your clientele, you get to kind of build your own brand there. And so it's similar here with the marketplace. Another one that came into my radar was my Coolclass. How do I explain it? So Jillian is the go-to for this. Again, I will link her below, but you do not have investors, so the teachers are the investors essentially. And so there is a payment that you have to pay each year, an annual payment. And if you're thinking, I have to pay to teach, actually it could be a really good fit, because then you're part of, like, you're a member. It's like a membership, you're part of the company. There's not these big lenders or big overhead. So I really kind of like this setup. I'm really interested to hear where this goes. So if you're interested to hear more about my Coolclass, maybe I'll have Jillian on this channel and we can talk to her about it and hear some more details if you're interested in hearing more about this. But again, I'll have her linked in that guide below. Another one too, if you wanted to teach adults, is your Teachable Moment. So this one is, again, a marketplace. You create your curriculum as a topic that you want to teach others. Now, the next one I'm going to share is one that my own student introduced me to, and I thought it was really cool. I have a lot of my current students are jumping in on this. I don't know if you say it Hallo or Hallo? Hello. So this one is, when she showed me the back end of it, it kind of reminds me of YouTube. Like, you create lessons, not really lessons, but it's more conversational speaking. So if I am doing a video and I upload it to my page, and you can have your own little thumbnail, so it looks very much like YouTube, like imagine YouTube. And so on those videos, people can just jump in and listen in, but you also are paid by groups. So if you have a group coaching, or if you have a one-on-one, if someone purchases a one-on-one. Now, all the details on payment, again, I'll leave link below. Jamie is my a previous student of mine and has introduced me to this platform, so I wanted to make sure that I shared it with others that are looking for platforms at this time. So this could be a really good fit. Now, my good friend Tim has been creating content for online teachers, and so I thought this was such a good website option, and I'll link it below as well. Non-Chinese ESL companies. He shares 7 non-Chinese ESL companies. I'll show them to you right here. I don't have them on my guide or on my list, but I will link to his resources if you're looking for non-ESL or non-Chinese ESL. So you're specifically teaching English as a second language. It's Nil English is Korea, Cambly Kids, Worldwide, Engu, I know I'm not saying these right, Japan, Star Kid, Hong Kong, Fluent B, Poland, Open English, South America, and then he also has OutSchool on there. I wanted to mention those because maybe you're looking for one that has curriculum. I teach this curriculum, I show up and I teach English. Maybe that's what you're looking for, something similar to the Chinese companies like VIP Kid, GoGo Kid, Magic Ears, those companies. If you're looking for something similar, this could maybe fit that. Now, my huge recommendation is have multiple streams of income. Maybe you have one that is an ESL company, and then maybe you're building a brand of your own on OutSchool, or maybe you're building a brand of your own on YouTube, and from there you're generating your own students. Okay, let's go over a couple more. So here's Hoot Reading. I heard about this one also from a teacher. This was from Instagram, I found this, and I'll link her information in that guide. But this is where you essentially have a book that you read with them. You can ask questions as you go, and it could just be a really good option if you don't want to create your own curriculum. Edukita is another one. I believe this is in Indonesia. Teacher Britta has information on this. She also has a video on this that I'll link below. The description box below is going to be your friend, and also that guide is going to be your best friend, because it'll be a little bit easier for you to do this research on your own. I just want you to have like a overview of what options there are out there. NovaKid came onto my radar. This one, I believe it's about $16 an hour that you earn. So maybe if any of these companies could be between 15 up to 100 if you're doing like OutSchool or one that's a brand of your own. So just like price wise, like the on Tim's listed, I know that with Cambly Kids, that was another one recommended that a lot of teachers said it's been awesome. I can help adults, I can do kids. If you do the adult version of Cambly, but the thing that I keep hearing back from teachers is the pay is not the best. It's not very competitive. So if you're saying, it's just not worth my time and my energy, or maybe you want the convenience and you want that as kind of like a staple or a backbone, you could definitely do that. I have my own teacher students that work for Cambly and love it. But again, they do say that the pay is not as competitive. And so maybe that would be the same with NovaKid if it's about $16 an hour. VivaLing. That was another one that I also found on Instagram. I was researching, okay, teachers, share. We're all coming together to help each other out, make sure that we're progressing and moving forward. And so this could be another one that maybe you wanted to apply for. Okay, now let's say that you want to go independent, or let's say that you want to build a clientele of your own. You want to help your current Chinese students and reach out to them. So I'm going to link Online Teacher Dude. This is Tim's channel. Again, for the past year, he's been creating content on this. It's like he has so many resources for you. So go binge watch his content. He is out there to help the teachers. He is such a good person, good heart. I couldn't say enough nice things about Tim. So right here, I found on China's crackdown on ESL teaching part 2. This one, he shares with this coach. This woman is a coach, and she shares how to gain clientele in China. So if you wanted to help Chinese students, this is her website. It's super simple. I love how it's so clean and simple. It's called improveyourbookings.com. So you can either do one of these workshops, find out more about how to discover how Chinese select and elevate or evaluate teachers, or you could do the second workshop is use Chinese social media to market yourself. That's WeChat. They use WeChat. She teaches you how to use WeChat. So those are paid workshops. You can also pay for her coaching. So right here, I know I'm going to say her name wrong. Minji, please. I probably am saying so many of these names wrong. Just bear with me, guys. I'm doing my best. So has great background in marketing and business consulting, learning experience, design, and so she can be a really good resource if you're wanting to help your own Chinese students. Let's say that you got them on WeChat and you want to run your own tutoring, then that could be a way to go independent. She could be a really good coach and resource for you. This one just popped up. I saw this there's a Facebook group called, I think it's by teacher Lexi. It's ESL Diversify. Please put it in the comments below if someone knows what I'm talking about. And I saw this one was a little bit higher pay. So it's nano tutoring. And I think it was around $26 an hour. Now, as I was researching on their website, one thing I did see is it has teachers from the best universities, and it has linked, like, this is what sets them apart, Harvard. So I don't even know if I would qualify for this. UVU over here, I'm not on that list. So I don't know if I would qualify for this company, but that could be one if you're looking for a higher pay and you qualify for that one. And when I started teaching online, I'm going to show you exactly what I did. I went to Indeed.com, and when I go to Indeed, I typed in online teacher, and I put for location, remote. And when it comes up, you can look through jobs. A lot of times it will tell you what the company name is. Maybe it is an ESL company, but also a lot of times they'll have like a part-time teacher for a specific like public school, or maybe they have like K-12 has an online teaching program. So you definitely can look through and see the pay. You can see what they're like. You could apply for any of these. This is honestly how I started with VIP Kid. I found it on Indeed.com. Like I found it on Indeed, found the name of it, and then I went and did my own research. It's like you're a little detective. Like you see the title, go and research, see what the reviews are, see what others are saying about it. So I would do that, and then like let's say ACE Virtual Learning, I go on to YouTube and I type that in, ACE Virtual Learning, and I would see, okay, what comes up, what are teachers saying, are there any teachers here? I know that they have their own on here, how to ace a virtual presentation. That's not what we want. Teacher review, I just would research and see if there's anyone currently teaching for them and what they say about it. So, and that also brings up, maybe there will be another company that they mention, and you could hear some good insight on that. Okay, that is that. Let's go do our goodbye with baby Kai.
All right, guys, I hope that this video was helpful. Please give me a thumbs up below if it was, and if you want to bookmark this to refer back to any of those companies I mentioned. Again, I have a guide below, and in that guide, it has specific coaches, references for the companies I mentioned, so that if you want more details or if you want to do more research on a specific company that stuck out to you, then you have that contact. I hope that you are in a position where this is a chance for a positive change that maybe you wouldn't have taken otherwise. And I hope that you are looking at it with the glass half full instead of half empty, because change can be hard. It can be hard to go through these things, and maybe we panic or we go through like, but what can you do? You cannot control these policies. You can control how you react to them. So let's go forward with confidence. Let's do this. I love you. Make sure you check out next week's video. I will be sharing a couple more details on what to do if you do want to start building a brand of your own. I'm going to be sharing a series of videos, and again, if you need the monthly paycheck, then perhaps you're working for an online company while you're building a brand of your own. A brand of your own, there's no ceiling, there's no limit. You are the complete boss, which has its pros and cons, but it is something that I'm so passionate about. I'm passionate about teaching the tools on how to do that, but I know that you can't just create a brand and go without a paycheck if you depend on that for months and months and months. So a lot of times an online company gives you that opportunity where you can spend time building a brand of your own and doing something that you're passionate about and love. Bye for now. See you guys. Lime green. You've never worn this in your life, but the sis picked it out, so we gotta rock it. He's gonna be hungry in like 7 seconds. It's fine. It's just my whole day. Just feeding this one because of these thighs. How in the world? Got a little scratch there. Maybe they're not China, nope. I'm mixing up my words. It's been a while since I filmed a video. He is loving the lights or hating them. There's no way to be sure. The emotions are all over the place here. Okay, how you feeling? How you feeling, Kai? Feeling good? You got it in you? Can you stare at the lights for another minute? Okay, let's do this. Now, if you are working for an online company